Hello, everyone, and welcome to a pretty exciting live stream. I'm actually a little nervous about this one. This is probably one of the most nervous I've been since probably the first live stream I ever did. So, yeah, we're going to put this down for a minute here while I finish getting things set up. This is exciting. This is kind of a new chapter on our channel, a new kind of chapter as far as MMO goes. Yeah, this is pretty exciting. So, getting on a computer. I'm gonna get the chat here, hopefully. On the laptop, we're on the Gigabyte G6 here. My hands look really weird.
On the laptop, around gigabyte.
Okay, there's us. See the lot. Okay, I think we're good there. Let's mute myself. All right. So, well, we have one person. Guess I wasn't excited enough, but the exciting stuff is coming. Yes. Welcome to ovTwo. Now, if you want to learn a little bit about my history with Onverse, check out the video that I just released. Actually, two videos. One discussing some thoughts I have with Roblox, and then my history with Onverse, leading up here to the release of ovTwo, a fan-made recreation of Onverse. And we'll discuss a little bit during the live stream. This could be a little bit on the longer side tonight. Um, and then I did a photo slideshow of Onverse. Just a few selection I had of my many, many years of Onverse, which was an MMO, back in the, the pre-Steam days, I guess, if you want to call it. I don't really know what to call it these days with the 100 gigabyte downloads and stuff like that, and the big money things when, back in your days of Vantage, Club Penguin, just fun little MMOs to hang out. Usually didn't cost an arm and a leg. Well, Onverse was one of those. Maybe on a pretty popular game, but maybe on a lesser known side compared to something like Club Penguin. But in that same era, it was officially launched in 2009 and then shut down in 2018. And that was one of the biggest MMOs I was really involved with. Met a bunch of awesome people through there. And, right after it shut down, well, not me, although I was in there pretty early, but there was a Facebook group founded called Onverse Refugees. Make sure I'm still logged in here. Okay. And we joined that, and everyone kind of reconnected, and it was pretty apparent that everyone kind of missed Onverse, as we often do, miss these MMO games and Flash games and stuff that kind of eventually just go away as technology changes or as a game has too many security holes, as Onverse did, and eventually had to be shut down because of security issues, among other reasons. But we all kind of gathered together. I kept in touch with some folks separately as well. And it was pretty clear from the beginning that the fans wanted to recreate this game. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of potential legal issues involved in that, and some time has to pass, and I'm not the expert on it. There was one attempt to recreate Onverse called ovNow. It was under development for a couple of years or so in the early 2020s, and unfortunately there was sort of a single player thing that was developed, but it never really went much further. But almost it feels like out of nowhere this group got together and they created another official recreation MMO multiplayer game, pretty much based out like Onverse, but it's fan recreated. It's in a better, more modern game engine, and there's definitely some updates here. And it launched today around, I know it was around launched at 2 p.m. I think it was 2 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. local time, I'm not sure. And I have actually been in this game a little bit here and there, not too much. Wanted to save most of the stuff for tonight, and um, boy, I have some thoughts. We are going to get to this in a second. I want to give folks a little bit of chance to come in here, so we'll just kind of discuss a little bit more. But yeah, there's a lot to take in. This was pretty weird when I first logged in and heard that music at the login screen. That hit me hard. Like, wow. I was part of sort of campaigns of Facebook groups to bring various games back. There was an attempt to bring Vantage back. I was signed up for Club Penguin Rewritten, which I think got shut down pretty quickly due to copyright issues. Unfortunately, it was a good, also sort of fan remake. And I hope Onverse, or OV2 as it's being called, doesn't have to deal with any of that. I'm hoping they kind of dotted their I's, crossed their T's, and all that. Unfortunately, I don't know. While this is now in its public beta release stage, it's been in almost like a private invite only alpha sort of development stage for the past, I'm not really even sure how long. One of the big things you had to be connected to was Discord in order to get an invite to this, and I've never had a Discord account. But um, OV2 is very much connected to Discord, so I might finally have to break down and get a official Memories by Wayne Discord account. If you want to reach out to any of the community, if you want support, you pretty much have to have Discord. Not super happy about that, but it's the way it is. So whatever, I'll create a free Discord account. I don't know if I'm gonna have like an official Memories by Wing Discord channel or anything that extensive. We'll get down the road, but just to have a basic account in order to reach out to people that I need to, I will do that in the coming weeks. But yeah, it's online. It's here. Like I said, yeah, it released to the public, and yeah, so it's been a little less than 12 hours, so something like that. 8 hours, 12 o'clock Central Time. So yeah, about 8 hours or whatever. And yeah, here we are, and you kind of might be able to see a little bit outside. You can see the snow on the tree over there, but yeah, we're in the middle of finishing like a blizzard or something here, but and now we're getting a little snow after the blizzard right now currently. So yeah, so we're gonna go over this, but there's a few a few things. I knew basically how this was going to be. Hey, Milwaukee, Mike is back. Welcome. Good to see you. I have not seen you in a while. Yeah, it's been a little while. I have records of all the people who participate in the live chats for my little playlist thing that I have on the homepage of my channel. We have the live stream squad and stuff. Yeah, no, it's been a while. Welcome back. Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Hope Milwaukee's doing well. I look forward to getting back to Milwaukee soon, hopefully. We're doing pretty good down here in Chicago, other than the snowstorm. I know you guys have been getting the same snow up there that we've been getting. And I work in Wisconsin, so I kind of know what you guys are doing. Oh, that's so cool. I'm glad you're watching, man. I appreciate it. I always appreciate you joining. I'm glad you're. You never know. It's tough to see. I definitely. I have a handful of people, for sure that were regular commenters, either chat or in the videos, and even some that comment enough to be like in a lot of my, enough comments to be part of my squad list or whatever, and then yeah, I don't see a comment from them for months or sometimes up to a year, and like since their last comment, like, are they still on YouTube? Are they still active? Are they still watching? Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't really give me good stats on who is subscribed, who is not, who's watching, But I'm glad you're still here. And yeah, so this is the first ever, I'm pretty sure, live stream of OV2 or Onverse. So I signed up for it in 2009, pretty much right um, in the beta stage of the original Onverse, and I was on it till it shut down in 2018. Oh, okay, cool. You were in my neck of the woods. Yes, you weren't too far away. Yeah, that antique mall on Algonquin over there is awesome. I love America's Antique Mall. I'm hoping to maybe get down there once before the holiday season. I've documented a couple times now during the holiday season, but I am looking up to pick some more physical media in either like VHS or games and stuff like that for the game room. So we'll see, but wouldn't mind getting down there again soon. But yeah, so now by 2018, I obviously had my channel, but Onverse was, that the YouTube Onverse thing, it wasn't really so much together at that time. People were making compilation videos and playthroughs on YouTube, but in 2018, the YouTube live stream wasn't quite as big as it is now. Um, People might have been using Twitch to do live streams of Onverse, but I don't really think that was the same audiences. The folks that are on this Onverse game here, I don't think we're doing a lot of Twitch. I kind of, when I think of Twitch, I kind of think of like Call of Duty and, GTA and all that sort of thing. And I don't think Onverse really fit in that bill, but I don't know. I never really have been involved with Twitch. But on YouTube live stream wasn't really things. There's not a lot of there's playthroughs. There's not a lot of live streams, and I've just kind of been doing a quick search tonight of ovTwo, and a lot of the videos are from the official ovTwo channel. A couple by our friend Glessy, who's a very popular person in the community, and a couple others shorts and stuff announcing the return of it. But beyond that, I think you might be on the first ever live stream of ovTwo. And then yeah, we should get into this soon here, but yeah, a couple of my first impressions here, they've done an excellent job. It is kind of weird coming back into a game. It's a separate game, but it's still weird coming into it. I had almost 100,000 player points built up in this game. I had a ton of item inventory, furniture, stuff like that. I had cash coins built up. I had a house, a villa, and the island, but we'll get to that in a second. That's coming to my second point here. And now it's all gone, and I basically have to build this up from scratch. And I knew that was going to be the case, obviously, but because the inventory and stuff that did not transfer over from the game files, and there's no way. It would have been awesome, but unfortunately that was not going to be possible because I'm pretty sure your inventory items and everything were stored in databases that whoever developed this game is a company, supposedly AP Forged. I'm assuming they're still just connected with the fan base here, but I don't know a lot of the details. We have flashing yellow lights up. Snowplow's coming down my street. Yay. Yep, we had the snowplow. That was the flashing yellow light. Go McHenry. But anyway, yeah, so I knew that none of this stuff was going to transfer, but it's still weird coming back here and kind of like, oh, everything's gone. And the second is the game is obviously in open beta. There's a lot of development to go, but I didn't realize how much still needs to be developed. I thought we were a little bit farther than we apparently are, but that's okay. But, the separate worlds, I'm going to show you all this in a second here. The separate worlds, like, my original plan was I was going to hit this pretty hard. I was going to get the cash coins. I was going to build up my player points, get my house, villa, hopefully the same one I had back when I was at Onverse, and, boom, go hit hard. But all that's still being developed. We basically have the hub, a couple other things, so that sort of timeline is going to be probably delayed a little bit, so which is fine. We're going to be mixing up our live streams over the coming weeks and months in between this and stuff in the game. So not a big deal. Yeah, I thought we were a little bit more developed, and it is also kind of weird too, not being in the game since 2018 and kind of forgetting some of the basic dynamics of like how to move, pick up items, do through inventory, things I kind of forgot since 2018. I didn't think I would forget. So I'm kind of hitting this as a newbie, but all right, let's get started. Antioch is Antioch is a beautiful. Actually, I just drove through Antioch today. I was doing some delivery gig work, and I was driving through Antioch, and yeah, beautiful. I love downtown Antioch. I have one video, or maybe two videos that I've done in Antioch so far. They have a new park there that I documented, as well as I kind of did a walk through the downtown area. Algonquin also has a very nice little downtown area that I've done a video at as well. But anyway, enough about that. Tonight is about Onverse, and I don't know. The plan for tonight. Now, my plan kind of changed a little bit as I've gone through here and realized what's available to us and what is not yet. Um, Tonight we're just gonna give you the basic intro of it, a little tour of the hub. We'll see who's online. I don't know if anyone of my old friends and stuff are online or not. I saw the total online members get to about 100 or pretty close to it. Last I checked, it was like 90 something, the highest point today, which is pretty awesome. Very awesome. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of do a little tour. I'll show you some of the shops. There's a couple things I need to get. We need to get our free apartment. Now they make instances of these apartment floors. There's like 5, I think, right now. And when they fill up, I think they can just keep adding instances or what they call floors officially. We need to get our free apartment, and then we'll eventually upgrade to a deluxe apartment. I was going to go almost directly to the villa house if I could, but since that's still under development, I think we're going to kind of do what I did in the beginning, in my beginning days of Onverse, before I had all the cash coins and points and everything. Get our free apartment, and I think it's either like 1,000 or 10,000 something player points. And if you gather that, and you gather that by collecting items in the world and stuff like that, I'll kind of show you that as we go through that. And then you can get a deluxe apartment, which is a 2-floor thing. So I'm going to get the free and I'm going to get the deluxe, and I kind of have an idea where we can maybe use both. One to be my house and one to kind of be the YouTuber hangout area. I think like a Mr. Beast hangout area or something like that, where folks can hang out and chill or whatever. And then one will be more my official house, and that'll kind of serve us until we can officially get the villa whenever that comes out. But yeah, really cool if I can get the original villa. I think I remember where it was. It's been a while. I don't know how good of a screenshot of I have of that, but we'll see. But yeah, let's get started. Yeah. A lot. It's going to be interesting. This is just beginning of many live streams that we're gonna see here on the channel. But I really want to kind of get all that out and go through this, and then it's just going to be a pretty chill, relaxed one, and then we'll go from there and start really kind of building up our counts. And I got to get clothes. It's funny, it's that I have to get clothes because you could choose between like 3 different people, 3 different outfits to begin, depending the male or female. And I got like the white guy. I got the one white guy. He has like this hippie clothing. It's not really my style. So I don't have a lot of player points yet. Obviously, I gotta see what we can do to kind of give myself a more typical me outfit. You'll see when I get it. I had this like pink outfit and pink beanie hat on, which that was one of the defaults, and that's the one I chose. It was closest looking like me, and we could adjust our character. So apartment and some clothing items. We could maybe get furniture again. I don't know. It takes a while to build up player points too. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for us to build up player points for a while than it was in Onverse. I'll explain that too as we get in the game. Kind of show you that process. But let's look over here. And I can check my sound here real quick. Yeah, okay, we look good. And this is such an exciting live stream today that even Kid Becca, there's Kid Becca over there from Let Me Explain Studios, Rebecca Parham. She was really excited. She wanted to join on the live stream today. She wanted to see what was going on, so I told her, this is a pretty special one. So you are welcome to join and hang out. So as you can see, she does not have a mouth, but she talks quite a bit, so don't let that fool you. She is very, very chatty. She just never had a mouth. She was never born with one. So, as she once said in the video, she came out of the inkwell without one, or something like that, she said. All right, let's see here. And I'm hoping Kid Becca doesn't, fall here. She is kind of on the edge. All right, so... you gotta get things rearranged here. Are we looking okay? also kind of have a little bit of a glare going on here, I think, because of our lamp. I think that's our lamp causing that, but all right, so I think we're good enough. All right, I think we're good. Let me just officially get you guys plugged in here to the wall. Glad we finally got the charger issue fixed. Got my phone issue fixed. All it was apparently, as I kind of was hoping, it was just a bunch of lint and stuff that built up into the charger. So fun. All right, so I think we're good. So here we go. Now we've already signed in and done all that. You go through the login thing. Now this is my pro. You download the game. It is free to download, free to play. There are stuff you can buy in here though, for sure. You can buy the cash coins and stuff, and it definitely requires cash coins to buy some items, but you can walk around here, hang out with others for free. But you register, you go to ovTwo.com and you register, pick your username and all this other stuff, and you got to put your email and everything. And then it creates a profile. Boom. So here you go. This is the official Memories by Wayne profile. They're not extensive. You can put like screen captures and stuff in here. A lot of folks' profiles have like pictures and stuff in here. I think it's part of like the media section or something. I don't know. Again, I'm still kind of figuring this out. Yeah, I got my standard stock photo here, Memories by Wayne. You can choose the status. Right now I have silly YouTuber feeling nostalgic. Let's live stream. I don't think there's a lot of YouTubers on here, which it's probably why I am the first person to do a live stream. But I suspect that we're going to have a lot more people coming. Like I said, Onverse didn't quite overlap too much with the live streaming, how big YouTube live streaming got. Like I said, it was mostly you had Twitch. I don't know if there was really anything besides Twitch at the time that was being offered. Yeah. So then you got some information here. You can put a little about me section. You can also put your age. I don't have my age on here, but you can put your age, name, location if you want, some interests. And then, yeah, that's really about it. And this is kind of similar. There's definitely some differences here. Onverse didn't really have badges or awards that I can remember. So there's definitely some enhancements. And I think I might have to just get you down a little bit. There you go. We'll see how this looks when we get into the actual game here, but so yeah, there's your profile. Now let's get back to the game. Now once you obviously you have your profile. Now the original Onverse had a forum. I don't think they're doing forums because everyone is so connected to Discord. So I don't think we're gonna have a forum, but you could join the Onverse Discord thing and or the ovTwo Discord, and I will eventually probably too as well. So now when you log into the game, and you have to do two separate logins, one for ovTwo for the game itself. It's a pretty small game, I think. I think I looked up the total files were maybe 225 megabytes, something in that general area, if that was the complete ones. Now, this is the hub. Now, when you first sign in, you're going to have the world here, and then you have games, which I was really looking forward to, but it doesn't like we can go into games at the moment. You have the Learning Center, which is going to drop you into. We will go ahead and drop ourselves into, and it will kind of give you a rundown of, I see I still got my pink shirt or whatever. It tells you how to do the WASD keys to move around. You can also use the arrow keys. So I've always kind of used the arrow keys myself. Space to jump. Q and E to what they call strafe, which is basically going left and right. Cool for dancing. There's also dance moves. We'll go into that. Tab for a quit mode. So you do tab, and then what that does is just kind of lets you look around the world. without having to move around. So that's tab. And that tells you about the tool targets. Now, one of the things that kind of confused me, I kind of forgot. Now, I thought I could just turn around and look at my face like you can in Roblox, but I don't think you can. Yeah, that was my original thought. Like, hey, why can't I look at my face? Oh wait, that's Roblox. And I don't think Onverse ever had that ability. So it'll tell you come down here. You can pick up some of the free tools. You will want to pick up each one of these. You may as well while you're in the learning center. You use these to pick up the items that are going to give you player points, and you can also pay. I'm assuming they have them, but you can also pay for like these special like ray things that will let you pick up things easier. Or at least they did in Onverse. So if you want to pick up an item, then you also get one of these announcements that come up every once in a while. So you right click, you look closer to it, and then you have info, and it'll tell you this looks a little different. Now the whole process of picking up and using items seems to be slightly modified from what I can remember. You have an issue with the item, you can report it here, I guess, but it gives you a little info. Um, and then purchase info will tell you, hey, do you want to buy this item? It'll tell you how much it costs, whether it requires the player points, which are the blue ones, or the cash coins, which are yellow. It'll tell you if you have the VIP thing, and I'll show you the prices and stuff of some of what they offer if you want to put some of your own money in there. It also says problem with this item. So I feel like in this version here, we're doing a lot more right clicking than we ever did with Onverse. I don't know. I don't remember doing a lot of right clicking. I just click. So something is a little like this. I don't remember this in Onverse. So again, maybe in my memory, but I feel this is kind of redundant. I don't think we need info and purchase info if you have the same thing here. So yeah, I don't know what the point of that is, but like I said, it's very, very early beta, so there's a lot of chance to kind of fix things, and that's kind of why they want people in here to give their feedback. So, but again, you can't really give feedback, unfortunately, unless you have Discord, which is why I need to eventually do the thing. So yeah, buy each one of these so you have them in your inventory, and I'll show you the inventory in a second here. And then it lets you test things out. So if you find random objects in the game, pick them up for player points. That's the whole kind of idea how that works. So like for this box, I think would be like the wooden hammer. Okay, so there's a whole bunch. So you have a toolbar down here, and you can see your equip bar. So your equip bar, which is also C, it'll tell you what the shortcut is. There's two you definitely want to be very used to. That's the equip bar and the inventory. So equip bar C, or press the little tool thing. Assign things to a number, 1 through 9 or 1 through 0, actually. And then if you want to do the hammer, you would go first, let's say, to your inventory, which again is I. If you have bought something, it's going to show up in here. So you got a couple options here. There's your tools. Avatar, this is like a lot of your clothing and stuff. You can change your eye color, facial hair color stuff. You can kind of adjust your character a little bit for free, which I've already started. Like giving my brown eyes to my character or whatever. So now if you want to equip like the hammer, you can either do one single click here. And there you go. You can see I have that, and you can inventory it out of your hand, clicking it again, or drag it to one of these down here, and now all I have to do is press 1 for the hammer, and boop, there it is. Now, this is something, too, that also feels different to me. So it does let me click it. Okay, so it did let me click it this time. You can also do, like, right-click or something. I don't know. Again, I'm still kind of figuring out the options here, but now we got these little guys here. This is, we can exit out if there's nothing more. But, oh, well, I shouldn't have done that. But Basically, when you have the little blue guys, you pick them up, you get those points. They do disappear after a while, so may want to, you got to get them within a couple minutes or whatever. And then now, here we go. Welcome to the hub. We should probably start at the hub though, but and to do that, well, let's get rid of our hammer real quick. Now, again, you have the tab feature to do like this. You also can hold down your right mouse button, which is kind of what I used to do at Onverse. Using my right mouse button, that'll let me kind of look around as well. So you got options. But one very key thing, and I think it's, yeah, travel map. Hey, there's Jess. There's my sister. And then, yeah, so you can go to your map and then pick wherever you want to go. So my sister Jess is hanging out here. I don't know if she's on the live stream or not, but oh, now I think if we right click, we can add as friend, right? Yep. There we go. Now she's going to be on my friend list, so there we go. I got to remember how to get to the hub here. It also tells us how many player points and cash coins that we have up here. All right, we got some other folks here. There you go. You kind of could see how he just did, how she just got the, how she got those player points. Yay, you are now friends with Jess. So now we have one friend. And then we can pull up, I think it's F for friends here. Yeah, friends list, F. It'll say how many we have. Also have apparently have a request. And then someone sent me a friend request here, so right click, accept, sure. There we go. So now we got 2 friends. Awesome. Yeah, my sister Jess was in the game probably about a little bit earlier than even I was. It was definitely because of her and some of my cousins that had actually let me know that the game even existed. And now you see these little guys here. This is kind of like sitting points, I guess, if you want to call it. So you click and you can sit. There's my username, obviously, Memories by Wayne. I don't know if you can add me unless you like see me online. I can't. Oh, she is on YouTube. Yeah, right. Jess is on YouTube. Awesome. And then I think we do tab. Okay, maybe we can't. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's kind of weird. Yeah, it's not letting me actually scroll through. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now when I'm sitting, I can. There we go. Now we can kind of see. Nice. Again, it's been a little while since I've been in this game here, so I'm still trying to figure it out. Now, the problem with a lot of the worlds not working is that's where I used to go to get all my player points. So, and there always used to be something over here. I remember there used to be some good stuff by this pirate ship. Let's see if it's still. And I also have not seen, even here in the hub, as many player points options as there used to be, so. Let's see here. Yeah, nothing really. Oh, here's a box. Okay, we got a box. So, all right, let's get the hammer. Eventually, I'm going to get the ray gun thing or whatever it is. Then, and did we just hit it? It's a root. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Like sometimes I have to right click it, or sometimes I don't. But now I can just hopefully. There we go. Yeah, definitely little glitches. This is a little bit like this is kind of delayed a little bit. Like I'm just there we go. So now we're up to 17. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. Definitely, you can tell. But I'll show you real quick here. So these are all the hub. Now this is the hub. This is where we are right now. This is where you can go to the free apartments, deluxe apartments. You can actually buy a house. I'm considering too the house. You can't get these houses, which are pretty cool. So I'm definitely considering. Now here are the instances. Um, and once they fill up, they fill up. So that's why we kind of want to make sure we get our apartment. But I'm sure as these fill up, they're going to add more of them. But these are the worlds. This is the world where my villa was at. Unfortunately, Volcano Island is still being built. Our development can be tracked via, again, Discord. I kind of had a feeling that these folks were going. This game was going to eventually force me to get Discord and it'll be Ancient Moon under development, Candy Coast under development, and then there was. I don't see it, but there was like a space one as well. I don't know if that was in the Ancient Moon or not, but these is where I used to go like late at night to one of these, and they'd be loaded with player points, and that's how I ended up eventually with like almost 100,000 player points. I just spend an hour in there just picking up all the player points. Current events still under development. These are the games. I was hoping that the casino's open, so you can do the casino thing. We might check that out, but Icefall is still a work in progress and requires VIP. I'm hoping that changes. I might be doing the VIP at some point. Not right now. I want to see how this develops, and I will at some point, maybe in the next month or so. Get that again. Just it's $9.95 a month. I'll show you guys that, and I think it's worth it to help support the developers, which are basically just fans of Onverse developing this game. But Splatball and Icefall were always some of my favorite games. Yeah, none of this is working yet. So I was kind of under the impression that maybe a little more of this was developed based on their trailer, but I think some of their screenshots and stuff was either just stuff that's kind of hidden behind the scenes, or it might have been footage back from Onverse. I don't know, but we do have the hub. Let's go back to the center hub. Now, this is where a lot of our shops and stuff are going to be. If folks are hanging out, it's typically in here. And yeah, so let's check out the shops. I have not been to any of the shops yet. You also have a car, so they give you one free one. You can eventually buy more too. Again, just click it once, boom, pops up. And then I guess you do the little equip thing or whatever they call this. Boom. Now you can drive around a vehicle. This was always not possible in Onverse. They eventually did add that feature, but for the longest time, they did not let you run vehicles around. So that's a thing from the start, which is pretty cool. Although we've already kind of got stuck in the fountain. What the heck? T to exit the vehicle. And then again, inventory, click it once, disappears. You don't have to double click. For some reason I thought I had a double click, but no double click. But yeah, that's the car. But we'll drive around a little more. But I want to see. We have. Yeah, I have not really checked these out in detail yet. But we have subculture alternate clothing, so there you go. Not really probably my style, but so there we go. And it's just got people hanging out here. See? Nice. Just people hanging out and chilling. No one's in you don't have to worry about age checks or any of this stupid stuff like Onverse. Ooh, I do want this clock though. Alright. Let's check the clock out, just for example. Again, I don't think I'm going to be able to buy much. I have 17 player points up here. I don't even know if you can see that, but let's move that over a little bit. There you go. All right, let's see. Can you see it? Yeah, we can see it. Okay, yeah. 17 player points, 0 cash coins. So probably not going to buy much. So we want, like, okay, do we want to buy something, you know? All the stuff that you see is pretty much for sale. You right click. Maybe. And you should be able to. Maybe, I don't know. Again, little glitchy stuff. Not everything seems to be working. Okay. Okay. Well, you should be able to see what the price of that is, but maybe we're a little. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's just decoration. I don't know. Anyway, the stuff on the table you should be able to buy. So let's check these wings out. You've seen a few people probably now already with their wings. There we go. Okay, same thing like the tool thing. You got purchase, info, and info. Again, I think that's, in my opinion, again, I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this who is a developer, but a little bit redundant. I think just info would be fine. Because yeah. So all right, gives you a little detail about it. 600 cash coins. And now you can technically win cash coins at the casino. I think you can earn it in a few other ways, but most of the time, if you want the yellow cash coins, you're going to have to put your own money in. And if you are VIP, as you can tell, I am not yet. If you are a VIP, you do get a discount. Again, I'll show you that a little bit towards the end. And like I said, I never was a VIP originally in Onverse. I just kind of bought cash coins as I needed. But again, $9.95 a month to help developers who, you know, this is not like a big development team making big money or whatever. These are just folks, fans of the games that develop it. And, you know, hey, if I could help them out $9.95 a month, I think that's well worth it. Especially considering I am doing content on here, which technically is monetized. Not that it makes a ton of money, but either way, but technically I am making a little bit of money based on the ads, so I'm throwing $9.95 a month. So again, nothing really. I'm trying to see if there's anything here that will take player points. Now you do have your chat down here, and I did notice there are some little asterisk things in here, so there might be some moderation still, which I'm glad to see, because I really don't want to see this game go down the road that Onverse is going down. You can watch my previous video about that if you want. So if there is still some good moderation here, cool, good for them. Okay, cash coins. So I was hoping at least there could be, you know, like a free shirt or something. Yes, now this lady here, I don't think this is Jasmine, is it? Okay, we don't know her. Bako Nico, she, who just disappeared, she has a little ray gun thingy. That's what I need to get. Again, that will have to be a cash coin purchase, I'm pretty sure, but then I don't have to mess around. Like, basically, when you have that little thing, all these are combined. So anything you pick up, it doesn't matter what it is. You don't need to worry about any of these. Just get that. That is good. That's a good cash coin purchase. So, you know, that's one of the things I would make like a separate cash coin purchase on, again, unless I do eventually go down. I'll show you, like I said, what you know, I'll show you what's all involved in that. So let's see here. Okay, so there's a sensor filter in the options. Okay, all right, that makes sense. I'll have to look. I mean, I don't really. They probably set it up to the most, you know, the highest at default or whatever. But yeah, I haven't gone into a lot of the settings yet. So this is like I think this is like the jewel. This was original too. Bling jewelry. That was definitely in the original Onverse. I think this is like a lot of jewelry stuff or whatever. So not quite Tiffany's, but it will do. And if you do see this little white wall here, there's usually multiple floors. Similarly, apartments, you have instances and stuff. Let's see. Again, I don't know. Without having a lot of player points, there's not going to be anything, I'm assuming. Okay, 50 for the backpack. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that requires cash coins. I've kind of noticed that. Obviously, we can't really tell the ratio or anything yet. We haven't gone through it, but I notice a lot of stuff seems to require cash coins. So I'm kind of guessing at this point the VIP thing will probably happen in the very near future. Anyway, okay, so we go up here. That's gonna take us to the second floor. I don't know how many floors. Oh, but okay, cool. This is one new thing right here that they. I'll show you here. Yeah, might have to Becca move a little bit here, but um, you've earned 100 PP for PP. Yeah, I know all the jokes are gonna have that, but yeah, you've earned 100 player points for your daily playtime. So they actually give you player points apparently for the amount of time you spend online. That was never a thing that existed on the original Onverse, so that's pretty cool. And now you can see we've jumped up to 117. So we have a little bit. Again, I don't know. Again, if I have enough to buy like a little shirt or something, that'd be cool. So okay, so 2 floors here. It looks like. Oh no, there's maybe a 3rd floor. Again, this is just a way for them to have more than a certain amount of items in a store. Again, I'd like to pick out the apartment at least tonight. We're probably not going to have a lot of furniture. We definitely need to build up some a good amount of player points. And again, the only thing that worries me about trying to build that up is, again, most of those player points I was picking up in the other world. So yeah, these are some of the accessories here. Again, not anything too exciting. Again, maybe I'm just looking for like a shirt or something. I do remember the original. I had screenshots of it, obviously, but I do remember the original sort of shirt that I had when I first signed up. That'd be funny if I got that, if that one was available again. Oh, okay. Now this is. I forgot what they called it in the original Onverse, but this is where a lot of the free items were, if I remember right. Let's see if that's still the case. The hub definitely had like 3 different versions of the time it was going on Onverse. Yeah, get all your OV goodies here. Yeah, might be able to get a good. As much as this pink shirt is, whatever. Okay, well this. Okay, yeah. Well, the first it looked a lot different in the first version of the hub. This is not the original version of the hub. Uh, Gold Rage. I don't know. Again, if I want a white basic, how much is a white basic shirt? There you go. Well, I could buy it for free. Now you could buy pretty much if you see some free, grab it. Keep in mind though, there is an inventory limit. I don't know exactly what is on this game, but there is an inventory limit, and it's a little less if you're not VIP. So something to keep in mind. I definitely had got to a point in the game at one point in the later years of it where I did reach my limit. I had to start selling a few things. So, yeah, take all the free things. It's cool. There you go. So, see if this actually works. I haven't really bought much yet. You want to buy the white male plain tee, sure. So now, you can just kind of show you real quick how this works. Inventory. You can go into your avatar. Now here we have the T, and if we just, I think, click it once, boop, it changes over there. So again, the only thing, like I said, I don't think this was ever the case, but the only thing that kind of bugs me now is I'm used to being able to spin around and look at myself front facing like in Roblox, and I can't do that now. That's kind of driving me nuts, but I'm guessing that was never a thing, unfortunately. You can kind of sit and... is this an Onverse shirt? What is this? I'm white. The heck does that even say? And yeah, Jess mentioned in there too that the shops do change every 30 minutes. So, you know, it's worth coming back to. I'm white, don't judge. Okay, whatever. Um, I mean, we have a pair of jeans. Let's see, do these? Sure, pair of blue jeans. So we have a blue jeans and black jeans. Are those black? Okay, yeah. So we have one of each. Now we can click that. And boop, now we got blue jeans down there, so cool. Would like to be your friend. Oh, that's kind of funny. Let's see. I'm assuming everything in this is free because this is like the free area or whatever. Oh wow! So this is funny. They get this. It says, "Congratulations to Sephirium for this winning entry into the July 2011 Create a Shirt competition." Oh my god! So, yeah, they had like fan made shirt submissions, and they'd put it in the free store. Whoever won it, and I guess they copied that over. Again, the whole inventory said that again it took people who knew how to program into a game to do that. Yeah, I do like long sleeve. So yeah, we got a decent amount of clothing here. I don't know how I feel about my hair though. Let's see. I thought it was good, but the dude looks like he has like a bun on top of his head. I don't know. I always try to. Yeah, just. Yeah, that's really spiky here. Yeah, I think that one's probably close. I can't see the front of my face. Oh, I think this is a shirt I originally had. What is this? 120120. Oh, this is like a dedication. I was here first. Oh, dude, I am so grabbing that. If you see special items with dates, at least with Onverse, grab them while you can because often special event shirts would disappear and they wouldn't come back. So we're gonna take that because I was here first. Even though it is technically the second, I was definitely here on the first. I just was kind of not doing much, but all right, got it. Let's switch over. Hey, Jesse's back. Uh, there we go. All right, now we also have our tools down here. So let's see. Do they have the special ray gun thing? Yeah. Eventually I will pick that up, but I have a feeling I'm going to need the... I able did this. Let's see. Okay, so this is one that kind of does a little bit of everything too, I think. 300 cash coins, so... Again, I'm going to see when the little gun thing pops up. But for now, this is good. Oh, here's some furniture items, if you wanted to get, like, furniture stuff eventually. Yeah, okay, yeah, and this one's free. We're gonna be we're not gonna be like necessarily filling up the house today, but what's arm cannon? That wasn't what I chose. There you go. This is 10,000. This is not cheap. I don't know why this popped up here, but I just wanted to. Well, now let me. Oh, that's weird. Why is that? Okay, so yeah, again, might be a little bug there. That should be showing how to get a pickup. This is free to say 10,000 for the cannon. Okay, all right. Well, that's weird. I think I found a bug there. All right. Well, let's continue on, I guess. Oh, left click my character. Oh, there we go. Oh, jeez. Okay. Wow. Okay. See, again, how did I forget all this from... Hey, whoa, there we go. She teleported. All right, Becca, I can't see your chat here. Let's move back over here a little bit. Oh god, what has it been now? So yeah, like oh my god. Yeah, I apparently have a really bad memory. Oh, that's funny. All right, so his and hers. This will kind of give you. This will let you split between the guys and girls clothing. Um, obviously you can only choose between the guy and the girl. I think you could purchase either one. All right, tidal wave. I think this is a lot of like the surfer. So you get your surfer clothing here. Probably not too much of a buy in here. I move back over a little bit. She's kind of creeping over there. Do I got shoes? Forgot if I got. Okay, so I have I have basic shoes. That's fine. That kind of look like the type of shoes I would get. Is it gonna? Now, see, I don't know why. Like, I know these are inventory. They just kind of place these items here, but they don't. You can't actually buy them. That's so weird. All right, let's see if I can get here. Get the Onverse bikini. I like that there's still kind of seems to be kind of a mix of stuff. Onverse, yeah, between Onverse and again, a lot of this inventory was imported over, but that's cool that I got the ovTwo shirt. Parental advisory. And only one floor here. It loads pretty quickly. I don't know that much. Obviously, we're on the new laptop. Might be able to kind of hear the fans sort of kicking in there. All right, well, let's go into our. I thought I said I think I'll let you in the girls section. I don't know how to necessarily put it, but there wasn't quite as much sort of like gender neutral stuff going on. The best way I can put it. Back before this game shut down in 2018. So you were still kind of grouped between girl and guy stuff, but it looks like we can, still get any of the girl stuff we want if we really wanted to, I would assume. But unless I don't know, it'd be interesting. Let's click on some just to see if they might have. Yeah, I think it's. I don't have 100 CCs to try it out, but it's saying I could buy it. So if I wanted to dress up like a lady, I guess I could. I don't know. We won't go too much on that topic, but again, it was kind of a different time. But we will go into our guys. See. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out what the filtering is on here because she's a something Ogama. I don't even know. Okay. All right. So we're in. I think are we in the guy section now, Amy? Okay. Cool. Ooh, that's spiffy. A little bling bling. 77. Again, yeah. And that's the whole thing. Now, while we're here, let me see. Get a different browser thing. I'm like signed into all this different stuff right now. Let's see if I can get a little information about the cash coins on here. Maybe through my profile. Alright, so, okay. Yeah, I think. Okay, yeah, I have to view it through my profile, but alright. Let me get this over here real quick. So, this is what we're kind of looking at. Hey, Underwatch, I'm glad you made it. Yeah, I kind of got a little late to this one. This is kind of, I was out a lot today, but yeah, glad you made it. I'm glad I actually notifications didn't mess with you. Trying to trick you this time. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see you again. I know it's been a little while since you were able to get to one of the live streams. So this is the VIP thing, which I think again we're going to be possibly either sometime in January or maybe later this month. I have a little extra money with overtime and stuff. I've been working over the holidays, so I might justify it then. So $9.95 a month gets you the VIP membership. It gets you the VIP badge to flaunt yourself. Bonus CC, this is key. Extra 1,000 CC monthly, which is not bad because that's almost the cost of 1,000 cash coins right there. And then you also get a 20% discount on anything you purchase in game. And then you get like sort of priority access to things or whatever. I don't know a lot about that. But that's what you get for $9.95 a month. Otherwise, you can buy cash coins separately. Goes everywhere between $5 and $195. And I haven't done any of this yet, but I'm assuming a lot of this is just through credit card, PayPal, that sort of thing. I'm assuming. I haven't looked too far in it. And then if you really want those player points and don't want to sit around and try and earn them, which again, it's going to take us quite a bit of time to get it until those worlds pop up, unfortunately, you can purchase them as well. From 5,000 player points, starting at 5, all the way to 300,000 player points at 195. You can also get player kits. These are just a few of them. I think there used to be more in Onverse, but for a certain price, you can get cash coins, and then I think this is what we want. This is what we got to look for: is that gift Uber Zapper. Will let you very easily pick up items. I had something. I don't think I had the most expensive one, but you can also get a pet, a hoverboard. This is actually not a bad price. You get a good amount of stuff with that, so that might be worth it too. And then this is for the casino. I'll show you where the casino is. That's the one kind of sort of game we can play. Yeah, Shayu just says he caved and bought VIP. Yeah, yep, that's, again, I think we're gonna be doing that pretty soon ourselves, but yeah, you just kind of hang out with people, you can chat. So, oh, did we actually, I don't know if we actually looked at that. If there's any clothing here. Did they have multiple floors? I forgot to actually check that. Oh, there's multiple floors here. Okay, cool. Da, da, da. His and hers, floor 2. Alright. There you go, that's some outfits. Oh, this isn't a bad shirt, huh? Oh, 47. There's a lot. Ooh, I like this shirt. Again, I don't have the. Oh, again, everything is cash coins. And it's just that's a little bit frustrating. um. Anyway, let's continue on here. Factory fresh imports. Like obviously, if I have a $1,000, well, $1,000, yeah, which 1,000 cash coin limit, I don't feel like that I would need to really purchase more. I would probably be accumulating that a pretty good amount, but I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence. I think I will just out of hey, support the development team, but like yeah, the ratio just feels a little bit sided to the like. I don't know if it was a 50-50 thing, but um, let's see. What was it? Was there 2 floors here? I don't remember seeing what, but no, not 2 floors on that one. What's this? Shades eyewear. Okay, well, this is. Can we get some glasses, basic glasses? Because I don't think. Well, I don't think it comes included with anything, does it? Clothes, gear. Yeah, nothing. There's no glasses. We do need glasses. Let's see. Again, I'm sure everything is. If everything is cash coins, that's gonna kind of suck. Like I said, it kind of forces you to do VIP, which again, it already feels like there's less opportunities in here in the hub, less of the little player point things popping up. That seems less. You're also in competition with everyone there to get the player points. When before you were able to kind of go into those worlds and pick up the player points on your own. Because as the game got developed, yeah, you had the world. So like the Volcano Island world also had instances because you bought houses and apartments in like the Villa world and all the other worlds, the space world and everything. So as people filled up those houses, there were multiple instances. So there might be like a couple dozen instances of the villa. So you had like Villa World. I think I was in Villa World 10, and then whatever my house number was, like Villa 3 or Villa 4 in Villa World 10 or whatever. So that I can go to any one of those. There probably would not be that many people in there, and I had all the player points to myself. So that's why I'm kind of right now on the fence. Do I want to get the VIP before the worlds develop? But then again, I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm going to have to sign up to Discord, apparently, in order to figure that out. So it would be nice if there's at least... I like these blue glasses. That's kind of cool. And again, let's see. Is it cash coins or is it player points? Again, 50 cash coins. And we haven't gotten to the room with the furniture yet, but if that's the case, or all the furniture as well, oof, is the only thing I can say. A little meme from the Onverse, or not, the Roblox world. The little oof guy, because that's going to stink. Oh, and then I gotta reevaluate on that. I mean, 25 cc, and like I said, 1,000 will go pretty far on this stuff, but you used to be able to get quite a bit with that. But I know obviously they kind of need people to go through to VIP to, make money because, like I said, these are just us folks that are developing this. But yeah, ooh, see, random box. What's that about? Well, that's because we need our hammer. See if we get that to work. There we go. Okay, so as long as you hit yourself, that activates it there. Okay, cool. So, okay, again, this is me being stupid and not remembering how to work this game. Okay, well now it's not. Okay, well that's how you get the option. You can hit yourself, activate the hammer this way, I guess. We're still trying to figure that out, but anyway. All right, well let's go on. Again, the only thing that's really discouraging right now is just not. And why do I want to like? There's not a lot to buy with player points, so why do I want to spend a lot of time gathering it either? I don't know. It just like, what are the player points actually being used for? I know that there's some like apartments and stuff you can definitely get with player points. I'm pretty happy with my shoes for now, but let's see anything interesting. Yeah. Sportswear. A nice little Onverse striped shirt here. This is cool. I'm assuming this is also cash coins. Yep, 37. I feel like everything in the shop is cash coins. I'm not. I am not super happy about this. Again, if I was in the Discord, I would probably know this ahead of time, but yeah, I mean, and I could buy, like I said, look back here at the, you get 500 for $5. That's not bad. But if like I had a lot of furniture. If you watch that slideshow video, I had like arcade games. I had a lot of stuff in that furniture and in my villa house. And yeah, I don't know if I can't, a lot of that stuff, not all of it, but a majority of that stuff that I had in my apartment, I had in my house eventually, in the villa house. Most of that I picked up with player points. I maybe didn't spend. I'm pretty sure in my entire time on Onverse, I probably bought less than $100 worth of cash coins. I never did have the VIP, and I probably bought less than 100. I bought them in little small doses, either 500 or 1,000. I don't remember exactly how much. I might have email records of it. I don't know, but I probably spent less than 100. Most of it I got just collecting player points again in the worlds that are not out yet. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you still have a few little free items here and there, but I feel like they really, really locked this down unless you had the cash coins. That's interesting. That was definitely okay. So they do have some furniture. All right. Well, that's good. um, I will. I don't think we've gotten to the furniture world. Where is the furniture world on here? Okay, best pet. So this is where you could buy pets, and as you can probably guess, everything here is gonna most likely be cash coins as well. We did have. I think I had the Siamese cat. Did I have the Siamese cat? It's oh something you can buy. You could buy Cat Grumpy for free. Well, yeah, and it says this is a test item. Okay, can I look at it? All right, 0 player points. I bought Grumpy Cat. Okay, no, this I thought this was. We had like a side. It's in my screenshots. I don't remember. I want to check out if anything else is for free. If anything else, I'm grabbing it because it may not stay free forever. Yeah, this is a little finicky. I'm having some concerns about this. Besides it being completely redundant. There we go. Beagle. Okay. Can you? There we go. Okay. Ooh, 477. Okay. Yeah, that ain't a free one. Okay, cool. Yeah, they don't have a lot of pets here yet, but I swear we had like a little. I don't think. How did we have this cat? Small black cat 377. I think I had a black and white because I did have a black and white cat growing up. Again, I have to look back, or maybe did I have I may have gotten the Siamese one. Okay, well we don't have enough cash coins for that yet, but so let me see if we can equip that. I'll show you. So we go back in our inventory, pets, and the grumpy cat. Click. There we go. And then this is kind of I don't remember if Roblox has a pet thing system or not, but I think some games have it where you have pets in Roblox, but that's kind of a similar thing. It just follows you around. Some fancier ones have a. You gonna follow me, bro? Um, so come here. I think they're supposed to follow you around. If you want to dequip them, I guess, if you whatever you want to say, click and they should go away. Okay. Oh, okay. Trick 1. Right click, trick 2. Right click, trick 3. And then you can pet. So yeah, I think this is still kind of a work in progress, and I don't think it lets you. Oh, can we? I think we do dismiss maybe. There we go. Oh, okay, so just do dismiss, and it goes away. Isn't it supposed to follow me though? Again, it's been 7 years since I've played this, but okay. Well, she does. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, she wasn't following me in the gift shop, but here we go. Now she's following me. Okay, cool. So yeah, she'll just kind of follow you around. So, oh, we're having a party over here apparently. Again, part of this whole thing isn't necessarily always about the items. You can hang out with people for free and a very similar social thing. Like, why am I not seeing the... Did we go through all this? Where's the furniture now? Go. How am I not... Oh, fat hat. Alright, well, let's get rid of our cat here. Alright, can I pick up a hat with player points? I'm glad at least Jesse says we could buy furniture. I'm just having a heck of a time remembering where the heck the furniture store is now. Happy New Year. Let's see, I wonder if there's a... Okay, again. Just a basic, like, baseball hat. Can I even get that? Oh, okay, no, this is cool. Now, an Onverse hat. This is cool. Now, come on. Now, I can almost guarantee you this Onverse hat would be player points. Almost all of the branded stuff was player points, and 59. Again, I can understand probably why they need to do this, because obviously this is, you know, this is a fan-made Brown project. I know it's not cheap. There's also a little thing I noticed as a, we'll call myself a little bit of a nerd. Down here in the corner, I don't know if you could read that. Well, it tells you your frames per second, which is kind of neat right there. They didn't have this on the original, but if you look there where it says US East, what I think that means, that's a server name or kind of a data center range. So basically, when I see US East, that screams AWS. Again, I have no confirmation. But when I see US East, I immediately think of AWS, so I think they are hosting this on... and again, if you haven't seen it, Kid Becca is hanging out with us because she's really super excited for this first ever Onverse ovTwo live stream. So she wanted to join me tonight. I would almost be willing to bet money that that they're hosting this on AWS, the Amazon cloud cluster. So I don't have actual confirmation for that. Let's follow Jess around here. Oh, home improvement. Okay. There we go. Why is there nothing here? Okay, so yeah, all right. So if you go into home improvement, that's gonna show you all the inventory, so you could purchase anything you want without having to wait for it to come in. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna be focusing too much on our part. We are gonna try to purchase one of the apartments tonight. But yeah, we're gonna start. So actually, look, let's see if I remember exactly. I think it's 1,000. Which again, if we get um, let's, so I'm trying to remember. So we go to the hub. We have free apartments, deluxe apartments. So deluxe apartments is the second one up. So we can go now. If you go here, it says Metro View Deluxe. Again, here are these instances. And wow, okay, ooh, okay. A lot of these are filling up here. Holy, okay. Okay, we don't really have again now. Also look here, U.S. East. Now some of you in the West Coast might be connecting to U.S. West or different data center, but that's interesting. That just kind of interesting that they had this here. Maybe kind of as a troubleshooting thing, but this is totally AWS. I feel it's again with all these cloud outages that we've had. All the three major providers have, and AWS is one of them, and I think it was actually U.S. East that went down. But wow, these are almost full. This is so. Or is it free? Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being totally stupid. Okay, no. This is not how many taken. This is how many available. I can't. I apparently don't know how to read. So no. Okay, so no, not a lot of people have taken these yet. This is 37 of 34 available. No one's taken on any of these. Three have been taken on floor 5. 3 have been taken on floor 1. This is weird. Yeah, I don't think this should normally be. That's a little weird thing. They may want to look in this. Should only be really scrolling up and down. That shouldn't be doing that. But let's see how much. Again, it tells you the red ones mean that someone lives there, and you could choose the ones. So let's switch over here real quick. And it'll tell you, yeah, available to rent. Click. I don't know what the deal is with this door. Like some of these are just like opening on their own. Do we gotta double click? Again, I was sort of have. Or can I just walk through it? Oh, there we go. See, now this one opened. Okay, now entering. Can I open it? Why is it? Unless it's just lagging. It might be lagging. I don't know what. But let me see. Can I? Yeah, something's a little weird with this. They're still working out some bugs here that shouldn't. I can get into one of these. Oh, there we go. There we go. So this is the deluxe part, but this is the 2-floor one. So you get the nice little first floor down here. And you have an upstairs here. So and then you get a little separate room, which can serve as like a bedroom or a bathroom. Like you can have a bathroom here, kind of have this as a bedroom loft. And depending which side you choose, you get, a nice little view of Onverse. Oh, this is a pretty cool view. But I think these are 1,000. I think these are 1,000 player points. See what? See now this is like, why is this not? I'm a little confused. I don't know. Again, this could be just something I'm just being stupid. But these doors are not. They should just open up, and I should also be able to click. I'm trying to click on one of these to tell me. It's supposed to tell me. Unless it's just not working, it's supposed to be telling me what. Or you just can't do it. It's not telling me like how many. And it did earlier today, but they're not telling me. Yeah, we might not be getting the apartment today. If they might have some little stuff to work out here. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that, but these are the deluxe ones. Let's. Again, I don't know what's going on with that. Free apartments now here. Now here, 0 to 40. So 4-1's already been taken up by everybody. It'll also tell you in the middle. It's going to be kind of hard for you to see, but it'll tell you. And then now we just kind of clicked on it by accident, but we're going to go here. This is the first floor of the apartment. And then it'll tell you here, this is the owner. Oh boy, I picked an interesting one to try to figure out. Miku Kisuni 666. Hey, hello. This is Jesse. This is Jesse. Yep. So, okay. And sometimes you can click. You can go into their apartment too when the doors actually work. But so let's see. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know what the. I don't know what that's working. All right, let's see. Now, these are all filled up. Can we go to any one of these? There we go. Now, see, this one opens up. I don't know why. And then, yeah, you can walk into people's apartment and, see what work they've done. Here we got kind of pinkish walls. That's interesting. Oh, got Christmas theme going on here. And I think let's see. If we click on Jessica here, homes. Now you can, obviously we have a friend. Can we view if she has any homes yet? All right. She has Metro View free number 30. Can we go to her? Can we go to her house? See, maybe we can get a home next to her. She's got the room 30, so let's see. Someone take this one, let's see. Oh, someone's got it. Oh, darn it. Oh, 28's available to rent. There you go. Let's see if I actually can. Rental info. Okay, so now this is also something that's a little interesting. They scroll the first person view. Oh, select this. Does that make that easier? Okay, maybe that's what you do. Free housing rental for 30 days. So do you have to redo it then? Yeah, they I noticed that with this is that they do rental things. So max furniture 75, 90 for VIP. So sure, why not? Let's grab it. There you go. And there, now we're the owner. So again, we don't really have much furniture. Okay. So yeah, we get here. We don't have 2 floors. We get a small little thing here, but yeah, we get a nice little view. The mountain over here. Very nice. So this is our first apartment, guys. And I'm gonna. Okay, so apparently if you go first person mode, that lets you walk through here a little easier. Oh, that is so weird. Why would that? Yeah, okay, so yeah. So we own number 28. Let's see, where are we? What level are we on right now? So we should be able to see our name on here now in the free apartments. Are we in 30? 28 is... Okay, we're not in that one. Are we number 2? There we go. So we're on floor 2. So if you want to look at my house, which is not going to have anything in it really until the next live stream, that's when we'll start maybe like getting some furniture, decorating a little bit. Although we still only have 124 player points, so until I can start building that number up over there in that little corner, we ain't going to have a ton of furniture. Or at least until I get the, start getting the player points or whatever, or the cash coins. But anyway, so you go to World, Hub, Free Apartments. number 2. And we're on the left side. My sister is number 30. And then this guy took the one next door, but that's fine. And then we're here. You hover over it. Apartment number 28, owner, Memories by Wayne. So there you go. I was kind of been looking through here a little bit to see if I recognize any other names. I know there's some people on here from the Onverse days, but they haven't necessarily told me their names here yet, so I may not know what their new names are. But yeah, so cool. So then we click on it. Boom. It's going to take us right there. And there you go. You can see Memories by Wayne. Hey, take a screenshot of it next to you, and maybe I'll put you on a community post or something. Send it to me on through email or Instagram or something like that. And proof that you visited my apartment that has nothing in here yet. So there you go. We can see Jess's name in there, so I can go check out her apartment a little bit closer now. So yeah, why is that? That is so weird that I forgot that you had to be a first-person view on here. Okay. All right, she's got the Christmas tree. We should probably find one too. So there you go. There's Jesse. Gotta get my first official screenshot. You saw that photo slideshow. I had a ton of screenshots, and I plan to do the same thing here. So there you go. All right, sorry, Becca. I gotta have you move again. Start building another collection. Nice. There we go. Sweet. I'll have to say I put these into a different folder. I do like the Windows 11 version of it. Yeah, no, the first person thing definitely helps. I appreciate it. It was a little tricky on that. So, all right. So, what can I show you? Is there anything we can? Let's see. Anything? What else can I show you before we kind of wrap it up for the night? Yeah. So you do have these suburbia things. So you can check out one of these. Again, I might eventually get one of these if I don't want to do this could be an option if it takes a long time. I really do want to get the villa like I used to have. Let's see if I can file. I did have that photo slideshow, but let's see if I can find a good one that was in here. So yeah, this was the outside of my villa, and I love this location because you had a great view of the sun all the time, sunset or whatever. I do have some more around. Oh, this was a external view of my house, and I'm hoping that this will help me figure out exactly which villa I had. I'm gonna have to kind of look at the map or whatever, but yeah, again, kind of facing the water. This is like so this is where the whirlpool thingy, the hot tub thingy was, facing out that way. There was a little island there, and there was player points all over the place here. There's player points in the water. I could just walk around my own world. Like I said, I think I was in Villa World 10. That I don't so much care about, whatever. I just want to have this exact same one. If it's laid out the same, I don't know. Again, everything's in development. I would love to get this exact one. And then, yeah, it was 2 stories. And I did have to buy, you see here, I had 1,500, so I would buy cash coins when I need. I just never did get the VIP. But here I had like 30,000 player points because it was a lot easier. I hope eventually when the worlds do come up, there will be a lot more opportunities to get player points. But yeah, 2 stories, and then I'll see if I have any. I have my little game room thing. Let's see. Okay, now this was a similar. This was never mine, but this was a similar villa on the island. Could have been like one of my neighbors or something. I did a screenshot when I reached 70,000 player points for the first time. And then you guys haven't seen, um, uh, in case you guys didn't watch the photo slideshow. Okay. So this was a little arcade thing I set up. I made my own like second floor up here, with some floor tiles. But then this was like kind of like part of the top floor of my villa. Just yeah, it kind of had that sort of Hawaii beach vibe thing, and I loved it. I knew that as soon as I went to the villa, I'm like, I knew this was going to be the one where I wanted to actually buy my house from, and hoping to have that again. And then I think that's about it. Oh, and this is a pictures. We can show you a couple of these. So my first ever apartment, kind of similar, so we can kind of compare it a little bit maybe to this. I'm trying to think if this was okay. So the walls are a little different color, but kind of similar. Yeah, this was, and you can see my player points and cash coins are pretty low at this point. This was my first one bedroom apartment that I had, and you can kind of see how I had it decorated. And you can only fit so much. I got a lot more furniture and stuff, obviously, for the villa. Um, yeah, I had a pretty nice setup here, so I would like to seeing how much we can collect player points. Or I think like a lot of these couches, like a lot of this was either low player points or free. Again, now I'm kind of interested as I'll look through those furniture items more in the next live stream and see. But a lot of this, I can almost tell you, a majority of this stuff, everything here, maybe not the laptop, but almost everything here, these generic computer monitors, almost all this was player points. You know, yeah. There's the Christmas tree. Again, I signed up around Thanksgiving 2009. If you watch my video on that, a generic Onverse flat screen TV. These lights were super cheap. Also, again, I don't need to get the fancy stuff. I mean, these were the Tuscan lamps. Because, and again, we'll see kind of how it goes with these worlds. But each world also had gift shops. So, like, I was able to pick up these lamps were in the island world because they were like Tuscan themed, Italy themed, Hawaiian thing, whatever. But these were available. Yeah, I mean, these candlestick lamps were like nothing almost. Generic mirror, yeah, almost all this. Maybe even that picture frame. I'm pretty sure I spent CC on the pinball machine, but again, it's me, so you can kind of see why I spent the CCs on that. Uh, that'd be cool though. I would like if I do run across that again in one of the worlds, I'll definitely try it. It might say Onverse up there too, but it was had Hillbilly Deluxe Pinball, which yeah, it fits me very well. Hillbilly Deluxe Pinball. Yeah, that was probably one of the more expensive items that I bought with, and maybe one of the first ones I bought with cash coins, honestly. But yeah, you had the little bathroom thing and main bedroom thing. Yeah, so that's pretty basic stuff right there. Yeah, I think instead of the bathroom, yeah, so instead of using this as a bathroom, I use this as the bedroom. And that's one of my earlier friends. I'm not sure if she's going to join or not, but her sister's on the game though, so I don't know what her username is. Her sister's username on there. I got to find her. I know she's been on the game since the development days, but yeah. Again, I'm not going to go through all this. You can watch photo slideshow if you want. Maybe we'll do that on the next live stream too. I can kind of discuss it more, but yeah, let's see. All right. But anyway, so that's there. Unfortunately, we don't really have anything we can place in here yet. I mean, yeah, our cat, but furniture is closed. Okay. Coming soon for inventory search, but yeah, if we had anything we could place in our house, it would appear here under inventory furniture all. So still obviously a work in progress. We can go back to that home improvement store to see if there's something we can grab, like the Christmas tree or something. Again, I only have 124 cash coins.
Obviously, if I went and purchased that VIP thing right now, I'd have 1,000 in there. I don't think it gives you player points for free, but it gives you 1,000 there. It used to be the duck. Now I don't know if the duck is still here. Seymour the duck, he would be hiding around, and I haven't seen him yet, so he may not be in this game. He was the Seymour dealing duck who would basically let you trade your cash coins into player points. Good or bad deal, that is completely up for you to decide. But yeah, you could like uh, give me 10 CCs and I'll give you 100 player points or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but Seymour the Duck was very, very popular. But I haven't seen him yet, but he might still be in the hub somewhere. We may go look. I remember a couple. He was. You'd find him in the ATMs in the kind of the similar areas. So we can check out our neighbor, and then we'll head back to the hub. So we can check out our two neighbors. So hidden, or does that say hidden? Hidden with two eyes and two D's and two eyes. And okay. If it lets us, yeah. So like Jesse said, the doors are a little glitchy. That lets me in mine. And some people may have their doors locked too. There may be a thing. But this is our neighbor NVNGO, who has pretty much the same empty apartment as I do. He just did like I do and made his claim. All right, so there you go. So we have our first apartment. And again, kind of my thought down the road. Again, now we know that we have to be in first person view. Let's see if we can maybe now finally tell how much the deluxe apartment has. I'm very interested in the whole rental part of it though. Because obviously if you lose it, you don't lose if you sell your apartment, you don't lose the furniture. But you do lose your placement of it all, obviously. So spend a lot of work decorating it, and then it just kind of goes away. So let's see if we can maybe. Again, here's a deluxe one. Basically, I didn't have the first floor one that long before I eventually got the player points to get this. Because obviously you get almost like you don't have the little separate room. Well, no, you do. You got a separate room up here. But yeah, you have like basically an entire double the space almost. So let's see if it'll tie. It's either 1,000 or 10,000. I don't. Rental info. Okay. Okay, so here. All right. Okay, so again, this is a new thing here with ovTwo. Is this rental thing? It's hard for me to tell right now because I don't know how long it's gonna take. Back in Onverse, when I had access to the space world and everything, I could very, very quickly pick up 10,000 PPs. Not, and PP here, the little blue thing, player points, not PP, but I can rent it for 835 for 30 days. Now, my question. Now, obviously, yeah, I'll rent my first one bedroom apartment for free, and hopefully be able to re-rent it, I would assume. Oh, she said goodnight to me. And she says good night to YouTube. So there you go. Good night. I hope you can kind of see it right down there. So yeah, you can do general like. So you have various. So you have the little light blue, which is just a general chat. That is to whoever's in the same world as you, basically. Like so, everyone who's in the apartments will see it. You could do the private messaging, which is the blue phone. If you want to just shout out something to your friends that are online, you can do that. You can shout out to the guide. These are server messages. And these are messages related to games. And then I think if you do like /shout, I could be wrong on that again. There's /shout /global, and then that goes to more people. /shout is kind of a message to get to everyone. I don't know what the whole /global thing is. So again, don't know quite the difference, but that's meant to sort of be a shout to reach more people than you can just a general chat. But again, we'll go. So this is where I'm kind of torn. I don't really want to rent this and just have to pay $835 every month or possibly lose it. So I would prefer to buy this 10,000 PPs, which normally would be very, very quick for me to get. But at the current development state the site is in, that might take a while. And then I should still be able to keep my apartment. Again, we'll see when this 30 days comes up. We'll see if they have any other rules. But what my kind of thought process is, and again, this will be kind of until we can get to the villa. I mean, the villa can be opened up in the next couple weeks. I don't know. Otherwise, it might be years. I don't know. Again, I'll find out when I start nosing around Discord finally. But until the villa becomes active, what I want to do is like have this be my house. Okay, this will be like my furniture. I'll make my little kitchen and my bedroom and all this other stuff. And then the Memories by Wayne YouTube Party Hub. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. That's what's going to be my free apartment because as you saw, we did the right click onto Jessica's avatar and it said homes. You can have multiple homes. I'm assuming you can still have multiple homes, but if we go back to floor 2 and back to our here, number 28 again, floor number 2, and then apartment 28. That's where you can find me. That'll be like the party. That'll be the party room. That'll be the YouTuber hangout. Think of like a Mr. Beast party area. I don't know. Does Mr. Beast have party rooms or something? I don't know. That'll be my version of a Mr. Beast YouTuber hangout room where it'll be. Can I actually go into my own house? Oh god dang it! What is? Oh my god, this glitchy. So I don't know what this room will be, but this will be like the hangout room. So I picture like a bunch of couches, party lights, that sort of thing. Just a really cool sort of thing. This could be if I'm able to get some of those arcade games. This could serve as like an arcade. So yeah, I could have this little room as an arcade, just for a hangout, a little bar thing like I used to have in the villa, and that's where all my subscribers can go. Not that this never really happened with with Roblox. I met some good folks on there redeveloping the malls on Roblox, but I never had any big hangouts there, unfortunately. But it would be really awesome to have, like. In my dream thing, there'd be like 5 or 6 of my YouTube subscribers can all come here, hang out and chat and talk and hang out with me and have a little party, have some pretend drinks. I don't know. That's my goal for that. Once again, I can get this up to 10,000 and get the 2-bedroom, and then what we could do after that. Let's say the villa thing comes up. We pay. I think I don't remember if it was cash coins or the player points for the villa house. But either way, we purchased the villa. Now that becomes my house. Now the 2-bedroom apartment, the 2-floor apartment can be the party area. And that, God knows what we can do with that. So again, the smaller apartments, more of it is, something we have to keep in mind. And again, we only can have so much inventory in here unless we get to VIP, then all that increases. So, all right, let's go back. Let's kind of finish this up. I knew this was going to be a little bit of a longer one. This is kind of just all over the place tonight. This is our first night with doing this, but we'll be more focused. I'm hoping probably next week we'll start like kind of more decorating the apartment, depending. So I am going to be on and off this thing a little bit. Now, I won't necessarily always be live streaming when I'm on this, but if I can find a good area to collect player points, I want to do that a little bit, 5 or 10 minutes here and there. I still have, obviously, video editing and stuff. Like, I should be editing videos tonight, and, here we are. But it's kind of a special occasion because, again, I think this is the first ever live stream someone has done on OV2 and possibly Onverse in general. Again, as I've kind of discussed this already, this thing shut down in 2018, and YouTube live stream wasn't really, I don't know if it was officially here or not, but it wasn't like it is today. People were still very focused on Twitch in 2018. So as far as I can tell, this may possibly. And I just did general searches of OV2 Onverse, and I couldn't find any live streams at all on YouTube. So this might be the first one. Again, I don't think there's a lot of YouTubers on this thing. I mean, hopefully some folks that have on YouTube accounts and will subscribe to me, that would be kind of the ideal thing. But and then every once in a while you get these announcements when there's new items, when they do refresh every 30 minutes, like my sister said. So that's kind of sad. We can't do that. We can go to the casino. Casino's active. We should also check out the Stevio. Now, obviously, you may or may not know the detail. So the owner, the CEO of Onverse, the guy who created one of the few, but he was the main guy, Steve Pierce, passed away from a tragic accident in 2015. And it's probably going to say right here. So the people who redeveloped this game kind of put this thing together, this little tribute thing. This is really cool. So very, very awesome. It's kind of tough to say what happened. You know, I mean, it's obviously, as I mentioned, the game shut down in 2018 due to a lot of security issues. But when your main, and pretty much at that point, there was a few developers at first, but when he got to that point around 2015, he was like the only developer doing updates. And when your only developer passes away, that can be an issue, and it certainly was for this game. And unfortunately, did leave it to his demise because his wife, who took it over, was not a developer, and she couldn't keep up with it. And unfortunately, they were never able to hire anyone for whatever reason. I don't know if that was planned or just financially, it didn't make sense to hire another developer to, kind of patch this game up. And then it shut down in 2018. So that's kind of cool. That's my first time seeing that. Let's go back into the car again real quick. So you do get a free car, which is kind of cool. Used to have you had a free car then too, but you had to still go buy it. So we'll kind of drive back over to the hub. And if we see any player points along the way, hello. You can also buy, there's a bunch of other vehicles and flying objects, of course. Obviously, as you can guess, everything's going to cost a pretty decent amount of cash coins, which we don't have. But more and more now that I'm seeing how much requires cash coins compared to how it did before, we're probably going to have to do the VIP thing, to be honest with you. Oh, this is all new area. I don't know. There's like a movie watching. Okay, so they added some new stuff. What is this? Zombie burger. These are all new things. Let's get out of our car. We currently don't know how to drive. And I think we gotta make that go away. There we go. So there's a movie theater. I guess they are probably going to use this for special events. So you have this is really cool. I don't know if they had anything like this in the earlier version. Right now it just kind of shows their website, but I'm guessing they could show like movies or whatever. I don't know. Again, you can kind of seat yourself in any of these. Just click on this. And again, left click, as my sister told me. Left click does let you see the front of your face, not right click, but so I don't know, this host room, find, leave room info. This item allows you to interact with OV2's watch party system, spin up a shared web browser, party for you and your friends. Okay. So there's a host, and you can see their web browser. I'm assuming this is not mine right now, because this is just the intro page, and my web browser has like my profile on here. Oh, I got my two friends. I don't know who Beta is. I don't, unless this is. Okay, yeah, H22 Lithuania. So, shout out to Beta. I was gonna call you Beta. Hopefully, maybe you check me out on YouTube. I don't know, but yeah, you're definitely not one of my old Onverse friends, which is fine too. I have a pretty decent friend list, but and this is our sister who, yeah, doesn't really have too much on her profile yet, other than her age. No picture yet. Gotta get a picture, Jess. All right. Like I said, yeah, I just went with standard Memories by Wayne thing. I might update it at some point, but I just wanted something generic to have on there for now, and we'll figure something out eventually. But anyway, so that's the movie theater, I guess. I'm not really. So where was it? Okay, so oh, they have the mountain campsite still too. Okay. Yeah, I don't know exactly where this is, but let's go back in here. Get in our car. Yeah, we definitely have a lot more to explore through the hub, and we're probably going to do that in dedicated live streams as well. Um, oh, okay, this was here. There. Yeah, so we got a little dance floor here, a little lounge thing with a pool. Yeah, so. Oop. Again, we got some things to get. Now, see, this is also kind of concerning to me about building the house. Now, obviously, there's people online, but not a lot. Oh, here's some player points. See if we can grab these. So now, if someone does abandon their player points, and if they're still up there, you can grab it. You used to be able to. Let's see. Let's do the first person, see if that helps. There we go. It might make you wait a few minutes, but you can't pick them up. So I guess we're back here. I don't even remember. Yeah, we're going to figure out the maps and everything. But there used to be, like this area, this blank area, there should be player points scattered throughout. Especially this late in the evening, there's not a lot of people picking them up. They should be, in Onverse, they'd be scattered through here. They'd be scattered into hills. There's not a lot of player points. I don't know if that's by design, because again, we've seen a lot of things only take cash coins, which might, again, I'm willing to support it, but if it starts to feel like it's kind of more of a cash grab, you kind of have to have some of the experience that you had in the original Onverse to a point. And I hope eventually that kind of does send, and I'm looking too far into that, but watch out, pirate. I'm a crazy buggy driver. Yeah, if this, and I'm hoping when the world comes in, like when the villa comes in, they were loaded with player points as well. And that was one of the main things I used to do. Oh, hello. There were two main things I would do while I was on Onverse, and it was collect player points and, decorate the house. And part of me being able to decorate my villa as it was as much as I was able to, was the time I would spend in these worlds just kind of roaming along here and picking up player points. And this is a little concerning. There's two big sort of concerns that I have at this point in this game as it is. And again, I have not spent any money. And I do obviously need to spend some time evaluating it, going through it, before I start going down the road of memberships. But oh, and I think this is okay. So this is where you can pick up other vehicles if you want. But my two biggest concerns at this point, number one, not a lot of player points in the world. I'm hoping when the other worlds open up, there will be a lot more, but not much. And I don't think someone when I was in earlier in the evening mentioned in the chat, they're like, "Oh, it's kind of disappointing about not having a lot of player points because there's a lot of everyone's in the hub picking up player points." And no, this is. I remember, because much like I am now, I was on this game late at night, had similar amount, maybe even more than there is right now, on a world at a time here in the hub, and there was still player points scattered throughout. You did not have to search like this to find a player point. And then how little, obviously, outside of some furniture items, as we're going to explore in the next live stream. But there should be a lot more player points around. Combining that with the fact that they seem to have a lot less items available for player points. And everything seems to be a lot focused on cash coins, which you cannot get unless you buy it with real money, is something I gotta think about. Before I start, I will play this in a little bit and hang out. But yeah, unless something changes with their ability to pick up player points, I don't know if I am going to invest in a big villa like that it's going to take either a ton of time to get player points and to have a very limited selection, or just to keep on dumping cash coins, which I can for $9.95 a month. But yeah, to go through that so quickly, I have to kind of think about that. But these are items you can pick up, and these also, speaking of cash points, are not going to be cheap. Again, I don't even know if I can click. The clickiness of things is a little weird too. It's a little bit more difficult to pick things up. Can I? Let's see. Okay, again, I don't know why. I'm zoomed in. It's not letting me look at the price. Anything here? I don't know. Maybe this is still. Ooh, I did find one thing. Yay! We found our first player point. Yay! Finally. They also had a lot more things too. Like they have boxes, but we used to have. They had the dumpsters. I think you saw that big in the photo slideshow. I had the that huge dumpster that was like 5 times the size of me. That gave me like a ton of points. I don't remember how much, but it was absolutely insane. So now let's see if we can actually get this to work this time. There we go. Ooh, we did get a few here. We got 7. Now, obviously, there is a limit. These will disappear after a while. And after a minute or two, someone else can grab them if they wanted to. But there we go. At 135. We can probably pick up like one furniture item. Not going to do that tonight, but... and yeah, I don't know why I can't view the price of these things. Maybe they're not for sale yet. Oh, okay. Well, again, I don't know what the deal is, why I can't do that, but I know these are all going to be super expensive. The one thing I did have, and again, I think it cost me either nothing or limited player points, was a bike. I did have a bike. Let's see. All right. Not bad. Not bad. I don't remember what it was back in the day. I did have a bike. It's like probably the slowest thing you can ride in the world. It's definitely slower than a car, but a little easier to maneuver as well. Not bad. Thankfully, it is player points, but it is 9,999. So, do I save up for the 2-floor apartment or do I save up for that? I already have a car, so. Again, if I have a way where I can build up player points a lot quicker than I do at the moment, and again, mind you, the VIP does not give you player points. Again, I don't even know if Seymour's around. I think I gotta, like, again, kind of snoop around Discord. I don't think I'm gonna be very active on there, but I gotta snoop to see what people are talking about on there. Again, I've been blind because they have so integrated this game with Discord, which is whatever. The Fantasy remake was very centered around Discord. Everything, like, they don't want to. No one wants to give you updates on a website anymore or social media. Everything needs to apparently be on Discord. And when I was dealing with that, when I was trying to support the folks who were trying to recreate Vantage originally, everything was behind Discord, and you had to have the link. Someone had to invite you in there. You couldn't just get like, let me know what's going on a website. And then also when they were originally first time trying to recreate OV or Onverse, it was called OV Now. And I'm pretty sure that was locked behind a Discord. And when they had a forum at the time that they don't in this version, but in OV Now they had a forum, and like someone would eventually, another thing to get down here. They'd occasionally make an announcement every couple of years, maybe, but then if you wanted anything more, you had to go through Onverse or through the Discord. It's like, all right, can you hit missing required tool? What do we need 3? So the pickaxe. What is the right tool? I only have. Huh. What do I gotta get? Am I missing it? What am I? These are the 3 free items. I can't get the garbage can? Could be the jackhammer. What? Let's see. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, so this is why if I do get cash coins before I do the VIP, I gotta get the gun. So they have different levels of the hammer. You can only get. It's already limited what you get. I had the basic free one, so now we gotta go. Ah, jeez. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get that, but we can see. So we go back to the hub. Let's go back to that the Onverse store, OB2 store, I guess. So we'd have to get the better. I forgot about that. Let's see, where is the tools? So I would need the level 2 hammer, which, let's see, is that player points? 500, okay. And this one probably costs the cash coins, if I can actually click on this darn thing. 300 cash coins, okay. And the gold net. These are eventually, although I barely have seen them since I've been here, butterflies will fly around and stuff. 500, okay. But again, with so few ways to get player points at the moment, this it's going to take a while. That really needs to improve before I can invest heavily in that game. They need to bump up the ability to hit, whether it's releasing the new world, and they also got to really work on this. 500 for the shovel. Yeah. Oh, this is the 3rd level. Okay, so this is what we have now. So that's not even the one that gets all 3 of them. Okay, I don't know where the ray gun thingy is, or where that's even available, but you can see if any of this. I mean, we can still get some free shirts, AFK, whatever. These are all free, so if we don't have this tan shirt yet, I guess we can grab that. Yeah, so we can still get a few free ads, but yeah, there it is. Pay no attention to the blocked off purchase area. Oh, you know, it's gotta be. Well, I thought this was furniture originally. This must be some kind of developer area thing to develop. I don't know what. Okay, so that's the thing. We can go back to. Where's the furniture? Home improvement. There you go. I'm kind of telling now why a lot of people, if they have this yellow thing up there, they're VIP. So they're spending the 1995, 995, and I might. But and again, we can get basic stuff here, but like, you know, we want to look for basic things. Like, and again, there's like, how many pages are there? There's a lot of pages. Obviously, of stuff. It'd be nice if you could sort them by the CCs. Now, here's some of the counters. Now, this is a basic counter here that I could actually buy a counter if I wanted to. I don't know. Just kind of looking at this. This is definitely a nice mix. Here's the blue Tuscan dining chair, 40. So these are all reasonable, but why the stores don't have basic, or at least to decorate? Maybe it's just they don't want you using player points to decorate your person and just. Oh, here's that Bubble Master 2000. That's the one I had 7,500. You think, oh my gosh, that's a lot. But remember, I had, if you look at that photo slideshow, I was very close to getting 100,000 player points. This was no big deal for me to get. I had this washer and dryer, which I guess I pay cash for, the cash coins, but like without that many player points around, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while to fill up the one bedroom. Like here, basic ottoman 100. We've been working at this all night. We only have 135. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to make up two bedroom, even the 2-floor apartment, and then the party zone and all this. And so, like, let's look up one thing here. Let's see what's the basic bed. The search is nice. I appreciate that. But yeah, basic. The burgundy bed is 2,500. But yeah, we don't have enough for that. Let's see. Can we look at it closer? Oh, cool. It actually shows it to you. That's kind of neat. So you can look up stuff a little closer. And then can we click on it? I don't know if we can even. Oh, okay. I mean, we don't have enough money for it, but. Oh, okay, so we have some more. Okay, so we have multiple pages in the beds. Okay. Like here, the Tuscan bunk bed. I think at one point I did have this. Yeah, oh yeah, I definitely had this at some point. Can I? Okay. I don't get the clicking thing. Is just. I don't know what info. This is just on the shopping tablet. So how would I even want to? I know I don't have that many. Is there anything that's actually we can afford here that we can look at? Let's. We can get a random dumbbell on here. 100. Well, we can almost get the cheap dining room table. We've had this before too. We got a lot of this stuff I got with player points. I had this. I probably had an American flag at some point too. Plants. Again, I got a lot of stuff from the Villa World. Okay, here's one of the arcade machines. 75cc. I think we have this painting. Yeah, different flags, basic. This was a lot of stuff that was available in the online world, in the Tuscan world as well. A lot of this, I think, maybe this bamboo. No, it might have been in a different world. I definitely recognize a lot of this stuff. There you go. We can get I'm just trying to think of something valuable. There you go. Bathroom mat. Can we? But I don't even have like a bath. I'm just trying to think of something that might be. What is the cheapest? Let's see if those silver chair those. Because we used to get those the cheapy couches you saw at the first apartment. Let's see. Can we find that? We've also had this again with the CCs, but. Okay, that's 50. Can we get like one share? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I might have to take a little bit of time to do some player point hunting, as it is, before we can really come back and do anything meaningful with even our first apartment. Or again, get the VIP thing and start getting a few of these things with the cash coins, which obviously 1,000 a month, as you can see, it does go a long way, but I really wish we had more options with player points. You know, and for that, having less options plus not having as many ways to get player points, the combination of the two is kind of a bummer. Oh, this is cool too. Again, I should be able to very easily get up to 777. I think at one point we had this as well. This was cool. This is like a retro themed couch. Yeah, like this would be perfect for the little hangout area. I get a whole bunch of these, place them around a room. In Onverse, I would have been able to get that very, very quickly. Okay, so here we have a chair, which we also don't. We've had a ton of these before, but again, I still don't have enough player points. I kind of wish this could be sorted by amount as well. I don't even know if this is like it. This might be alphabetical order. Is there a chair? Is there something? Where is the Christmas tree? Let's see. Well, my sister got her Christmas tree. Okay, 234, 187 VIP, which we don't have yet. Green Christmas present. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to kind of... Oh, this was the one I loved. Oh, yeah, this was the one we had, yeah. This blue one, 777, okay, yeah. We had this, we also had this. I got this I got this for, like, I had this outside a lot on that second floor patio at the, in the villa. I had so much seating in the villa. No one ever visited me. It was just kind of funny. I had so much seating. I could have probably hosted like 50 people. They all could have had a seat. I had so many chairs and loungers and couches and all these other things and ottomans and everything. And no one ever visited me, really. Maybe one or two friends if they were hanging out with me. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up. It is 2:30 already. I'm supposed to get up a little early tomorrow as well. I got some kind of exciting stuff going on. It's cool that it's back. Again, I'm a little kind of concerned with both the ratio, whatever it is, between player point and cash coins on our items here. And also very concerned that I don't see any player points around here. Like, even in the center of the hub, there'd be stuff in the grass area. I'm just hoping when the world's actually open, and maybe this is something that's down the road, and I just don't know because I'm not in the Discord. I really hope, because if the player points look like this when the villa opens up, when the space world, when all these things open up, the Enchanted World, Ancient Moon, Candy Coast. I don't even see the Alien World which was in their preview, so I don't know what's going on with that. But that is going to be an unfortunate thing, and I may not be spending a ton of time in the game going forward, because that was one of the things that I just enjoyed the most on this game, was the player point hunting. And I'm hoping that's just something that they are working on. It's just not quite there yet, because I like hanging out, and I'm kind of an introvert as it was. I'm not super chatty in the chat. I've never been super chatty in chat. I just discussed in that previous video about me on Roblox, and how well the chat in here is not as controversial as Roblox chat. So, but yeah, all this area should be loaded up with those blue, and they're very bright blue. You can find them. I used to just spend hours just doing this, because I wasn't, I'd have my sister on there, or I had one of my friends, like I showed you that one screenshot of that lady there on the photo slideshow. There used to be stuff up here. This is interesting. I want to check, because this takes you to like a camping area or something, or it used to. I don't know. I want to see, because this was always kind of the one area in the hub too that you used to be able to get a lot of good player points. And if I don't see anything kind of up on these little trails, that's going to be very, very concerning. Again, I don't remember exactly where I'm going. This is, oh, jeez. It's a little... the car doesn't work as well on some of these. I'm like, again, I'm sure I can get better cars through the cash coins, but yeah, there should be blue player points all throughout here. And again, I don't know, but yeah, get out of there. Get rid of that. Again, there also had these Metro View penthouses. So, if you want to take a step up from the deluxe apartments, you have this, where you have like these are really cool. I'm not going to bother showing these in too much details. Most of these look like they're taken already. Oh no, okay, no, just these on this. These are available in here, but these cost a good amount of money, to say the least. I never owned one of these. But again, apparently we have to do the first-person view to listen to, yeah. And here you get you get multiple rooms, you get the little pool thing here. This is really cool. This was something I was hoping to get to finally upgrade my villa to, until Onverse decided to kind of poop out and go away. This was my goal, and obviously it never happened. I never had a chance to get it, but yeah, these are cool. You get multiple rooms. We checked out that room, but there's just, yeah, you could fit a lot of stuff. But again, yeah, I could always just keep on getting lots and lots of the cash coin to fill up stuff with that, but I really need to see a better ratio for player points before I do something like that. I always get lost in here now. Let me see if I can. Phil actually let me tell me what. Yeah, I hope they fix this thing with the click. It's not working on the thing and rental if I like it. So this is actually kind of super. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. Why is that? So I can buy. I don't get this. 12. Oh, okay. All right, never mind. Again, it's getting way too late for me right now, and I'm not. Yeah, I need to get to bed. 1200 cc. I thought that was 1200 pp. I was like, why is that so cheap? No, 1200 cc. Not bad. Still not bad, but for the PP player points, you can only get two things, basically. Pretty sure. the 1 floor apartment or the 2 bedroom apartments. The 1 floor apartment that we have rented, that's for free. And then 10,000 to purchase that 2 bedroom or 2 floor apartment, which again, at this rate, we may never get there as it is. But so there you go, 1200 cc for that. And then you can also, they have these, you can also like purchase your own version of the Shark Tank. Oh, I gotta show you the Shark Tank. I showed you these. I think I showed you these houses. If I didn't, let's check that out real quick. So you get these. That was also these kind of came in the later years, but let's see if we can go visit his house here. These are really cool too. I wouldn't mind. Again, these are not going to be cheap either. Multiple floors, but you get like up to like 3 floors, multiple rooms. Let's zoom on now that we're inside. Let's zoom up a little bit. You get like an attic, little closet thing in here. You could really decorate these things up. Now see, this person's got a random bed in here. Can I actually? Vampire bed. Okay, I was wondering if I could see the price of these things while they're in somebody's home, but. And anyway, I think you get the idea of what that is. So this is cool. This could be something down the road. This would be, this could be my house and my party area. And then mega plots. These are basically just empty lands, and then these are also not cheap, and these are also people like that are really good at like Minecraft or sort of, which is not me. You could basically build your house from scratch. People look at these are for the whales. You know the whales in games. These are for the whales in Onverse and now ovTwo. I'm not the whale, but again, if you want to visit my empty apartment, like I'm hoping to, again, we're gonna try and you can visit my sister here at number 30, floor 2, and I'm here at number 28. Now maybe if they leave, I might switch over to 29. Although I do like even numbers better than odd numbers, so I may just stick with the 28. Again, I'm hoping that it won't just kick me out after 30 days. That would also be kind of annoying if I had to like rebuy it each time and then redecorate it. I hope that's not. Let's see, it's not even. We'll open up that one. Do I gotta do it from the side? That is so weird. I don't get it. Yeah, the doors were never that difficult to open before. That's one thing I hope they can kind of figure out. But yeah, this is our current space for now. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I don't know how long it's going to take me to get player points. But yeah, this is what we're looking at right now. So I think with that, we are going to leave it there so we can get to bed. I got to let the dogs out one more time. I'm sure they're probably sleeping because they haven't been bugging me. Well, thank you guys for joining. Whoever joined, I'm looking forward to kind of going back into the chat replay and kind of see who joined. I wish Tyler was here. We all have our buddy Tyler, but of course he didn't make it. Hoping maybe he would check out. But let me look at the chat one more time. Again, thank you, Jesse. Hey, thank you, Milwaukee Mike. I'm glad that you're here, and that you said you were in the live stream, even if you weren't chatting. I do appreciate that. I wish it would tell me who was actually viewing it. Like right now, there's one person viewing it. Now 2 people, but I have no idea. Unless someone leaves in the chat, I have no idea who 2 of you are, which is kind of a bummer. I wish they would tell me that. So did I get everybody know? Oh, Edgar Watts. don't want to forget our late night buddy, Edgar Watts. Thank you for. I'm glad you make it in, and I feel bad that you kind of missed that the YouTube algorithm kind of screwed you, and they missed in the last one. Though, obviously you can rewatch it if you want. But we had a good time. So, yeah, I don't know exactly now where we're gonna go. This was an interesting experience. I think I'm even more concerned probably about the lack of player points in the hub to pick up more than just the items. Both are kind of a bummer, but again, one of the core things about what I used to do when there was picking up player points, and where are they? I'm really surprised if that is something that's coming soon. That's cool. I'm really surprised they didn't release it with that because everyone loved going getting player points, and I know there's not a ton of people on there, so that I'm not fighting with people to get player points. There's no way, and I don't even know. Um, Yeah, I will show you guys I'll show you guys the Shark Tank and the dance club and all that next time. We'll start. We'll go to more specific areas again as well, because again, I don't know if we're gonna have a lot to decorate at our house or apartment. I gotta show you the campsite and stuff like that as well. So there's the water slide thing. It's like a game. You can kind of you go down the water slide and you try to get to one of the circles that give you like I think it might give you some player points. I don't remember. Um, Oh, there's also the skeleton closet, which lets you buy costumes. That seems to be a thing now. I don't particularly see Seymour the Duck. I was just seeing. Again, he was the one that would let you trade cash coins for player points. So if for some reason you had an abundance of cash coins and you actually wanted player points, you can go to him. He was kind of like a. Well, he was always next to like the ATM. The ATM would basically just take you to the website to let you purchase cash coins. But I don't see either one here. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking in the hub real quick. And yeah, I'm not really. Again, we got to keep in mind this is an early beta version, and they do want my feedback according to them. But they only allow me to give them feedback through Discord. Again, going back to the beginning, this is so tightly wound through Discord. Yeah, again, a third thing that I'm not, but it's the way it is, and that's the way we're all doing things. You have to have Discord to communicate with any more these days. No more forums, you know, no more generic websites. Those feedback forums, that's kind of a thing of the past. Everyone communicates through Discord pages or Discord groups or communities. I don't know what they're called. But yeah, I really hope we see more player points. That's going to really determine where we go forward with this game. But again, I am going to try to collect what I can, and at some point, if I can get a few furniture items, we'll come back in this game and start decorating the apartment. But yeah, it's amazing that it's back here. I never thought this would happen. I never thought we would see this again. I've seen so many failed fan recreation projects like Vantage, like I discussed, and Club Penguin rewritten didn't last too long either. There's another one that I used to do. I forgot what it was called now. It's Sociotown, where they originally attempted to recreate it. That failed, and I think they're going at it a second time, but I haven't seen an update for a while, so I don't know what the status of that is. But Sociotown was pretty. That was interesting. You had to get a job and do like tasks and stuff like that, and to earn points and money and stuff. It was like really like a real world thing. You had to if you wanted to get stuff, you had to work for it. And you work at the restaurant or whatever. It was an odd game, but I did have a little fun with that. And the recreations didn't work too well on that either. And again, everything seems to be cut in Discord still, so I'm always in the dark on everything. But I don't know. Like I said, I think I can look past the whole not as many items in the stores, not having player points. I'm not happy about it, but I could overlook it if there needs to be like an 85% increase of player points available. Otherwise, honestly, I'm going to be very, very bored very quickly, and I don't really see myself investing. I don't mind the 9.95 again because I'm supporting our fan base. I'm supporting the fans of Onverse, the players of Onverse who went to the effort to recreate this. But I don't mind supporting them for the $9.95 a month, but unless I can see a point where there's a lot more player points available, because that will be the motivator for me to spend a significant amount of time on here, for me to do more live streams on here. Unless I start seeing that, I don't know if this is going to be quite a regular thing that I do. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed that eventually that happens. We'll keep our fingers crossed the villa opens up. If I can buy my old villa, that will be a good motivator for me to do the VIP thing and stick around. And again, hoping maybe that world and the others will have the player points like they used to. But only time can tell. So thank you guys. I appreciate all of you for joining tonight. We had a very good night. Yeah, not every one of these is going to be this long, but this was just kind of a sort of whole taking it all in, kind of a whole dump into me emotionally, just kind of seeing all this again and kind of seeing the ups and downs and kind of seeing what different start, so it's good, it's promising, and I hope, again, have more options for player point homing. I'm hoping it's a thing. I'm just a little surprised that of all the things that kind of launched, that they didn't do this public beta launch with a similar amount of the player points like they used to, and just less amount of stuff. And I know I also got to get the better tools and stuff like that eventually. I got to get the zapper thing at some point, but that will require cash points. But with very limited player points as it is, that's definitely not a motivator for me to purchase those better weapons, So, yeah, see what happens. But again, I will probably speak to you guys on Discord. I don't know if the developers or anyone of importance is going to watch it, but I know you won't communicate with me unless it's on Discord, so hopefully I'll be in Discord next week or two. We'll see. Otherwise, have a great night, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, if you feel like joining, head to ovTwo.com. And I don't know if you can add me unless I'm online. I don't think there's a way. But I'm Memories by Wayne. So if you can find me, add me if you want. Otherwise, I guess we'll go back to Roblox and do some of our games on Roblox, as well as, obviously get back to the game room. I might do another live stream in the next day or so. Maybe tonight, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, maybe we'll do one. More back in the game room and stuff like that. So, but yeah, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it, and yeah, this was fun. This is an interesting experience, and hopefully, this is going to only improve from there. So, and we'll talk to you soon. Who do we see in there? Oh, Todd showed up. Hey, Todd. I will message you. Yeah, so we were kind of exploring Onverse, or the new version of Onverse tonight. So, yeah, I'll message you and talk about things that are going on. And I'm glad you made it, man. Yeah, I'll message you and kind of give you some details and stuff about tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm up a little bit later than I was hoping, but yeah, I'll message you. I appreciate you joining. If you feel like learning a little bit more about this game, feel free to watch back the live stream if you want. But obviously, I'm at a point now. I definitely gotta get my butt back to bed. So, yeah, hope you enjoy. Hope you're doing good stuff with your videos or whatever tonight. And yeah, all right. Thank you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Hope you all have a good day and enjoying the crappy Chicago weather and the snow and all that other fun stuff. All right, well, we'll catch you guys later. And 2 hours, 45 minutes. Good way to end it right there. So, talk to you soon.